Hello, thanks for staying with us on Bernama today. Still with me, Leonard Abdullah, and in the studio I'm speaking to a very special guest. I have Raymond Ram here. He's the Assistant Secretary General at the Malaysian Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. And today we're talking about consumer fraud in general and whatever enhanced security or risks that we need to be aware of. Thanks for coming in today, Raymond. We've been hearing a lot about scams and how Malaysians until today are still, falling for these scams. Perhaps how you can start off is tell us a little bit about what are the most common scams that are still in existence and people are still falling for.
Firstly, thank you for having me today. All right. Yes, Malaysians are still very gullible, very naive to all these scams,
despite
this
us
fraud.
telling them all the time.
So I mean, it's sad that when we see the reports, it's over 1,000 reports have been made since last year.
Right.
Alone.
So over a 1 year period.
Over a 1 year period. And then we have 9.3% increase in certain, like the ones you hear nowadays, the Macau scam, the parcel scams, the travel package scams, so things like that.
What are those? I've not heard of those.
Yeah. So before I enter into
the
details, why are people still falling for it? I mean, again, I would like to highlight three main reasons why people fall for it. The first one would be hope.
Yes.
Second one, greed.
Yes.
And then fear.
Right.
Now the new thing that these scams, these fraudsters are trying to hit you is with fear.
Yes.
Hence the Macau scam that we'll explain in a while.
Yeah.
So people should look out for certain red flags and be more proactive when it comes to things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's of course the greed, the fear, and what was
hope.
it? And the hope.
Yes.
Hope that maybe you'll be able to strike big with that.
Definitely. Hope that there's a better future, a brighter day the next day.
Yeah.
I mean, by putting a bit of money, you can get much more.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right. So now tell us about the scams that have been ongoing. We've heard about the Macau scam. It's gotten a lot of press and news. How is that in terms of what's the status on that?
The Macau scam it's kind of scary because it's still an elaborate scheme that everybody keeps falling for, and their target is fear.
Right.
Basically, what they do is they will call you up. They'll call you up and tell you probably you are wanted for a certain offense, maybe it's money laundering or terrorist financing.
Right.
Then they tell you, to get out of the scam now, you need to call up this certain number, speak to the investigation officer, and just follow whatever instructions he says.
Right.
So you, as a normal consumer, as a normal user, you pick up the phone and you freak out.
Yes.
You're like, whoa, something's going wrong. I don't know whether I did something wrong. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Yes.
Let me just call up this number and find out what's going on.
Yes.
The other guy on the other line, when you call back and they give you a certain story and you buy in and you start giving them your personal details, you start transferring cash to certain accounts.
Right.
So, yeah, even though it sounds a bit ridiculous, but it plays with human your
emotions, your psyche.
Yes, true.
So what would be the first tip when you were to hear something like this? Because like you said, when you play on fear, you immediately go into panic mode and you don't know what to do.
True.
And you immediately just follow the instructions that are given. So when you're put in that kind of place, you would just follow whatever you're being told. So what should the next step actually be?
The simple thing is awareness.
Yes.
When you know things like that are happening, pull back,
Yeah.
think about what's going on, get the number of the authority that so-called called you earlier. Okay, if they say you were involved in money laundering or something like that, get in touch with Bank Negara. Don't straight away go calling the number that they give you, because that's the bait. So even in certain cases where it's not only you're wanted on the watch list, they even call you and say that your kid has been kidnapped.
Oh gosh.
Oh, your kid is in school, has been kidnapped, so transfer this amount of money to this account now.
Right.
So people tend to freak out before even checking with the school if anything would have happened or not.
That is terrible.
Yes, and people start. That's the thing.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So the first tip or first advice that we would give everyone is to stay calm. First and foremost, stay calm, whatever the situation might be. You may be in the wrong, you may not be in the wrong, but stay calm first. Because some people fear that I screwed up, and therefore, I should then just try to fix it. So they would be afraid to call the authorities. They would be afraid to call the police and tell them because, maybe I have a way to fix this before I get, thrown in jail
Heavy fines.
or have hefty fines.
Yes.
If I can pay a small amount, I'd rather pay that small amount than the giant fine of 50,000 ringgit.
Yes.
So to speak. So look for authority numbers. So I think what we can do is look for, like you said, Bank Negara, if you want to check whether or not you are in any kind of theft fraud. If you mentioned some kidnapping, call the school.
Find out whether it's true or not. Fact checking,
Yeah, so or at least do some investigation first.
Yes.
Right?
Another famous scam that's going on now would be a parcel scam.
What is that? I've not heard
Parcel
of this.
scam is because, okay, this can start from anything.
Right.
Okay, for instance, maybe someone befriends you on Facebook, okay? Or it's if it's a romantic thing going on Facebook. What happens all the time is that these people will one day tell you, I want to send you a gift. I want to send you a parcel.
Right.
And you say, okay, fine, this is my address, blah, blah, blah. And then you get a call after 2 weeks saying that, oh, your parcel is stuck in customs or some other port or something. You need to pay a certain amount to get it out.
Wow.
And these people keep calling you, keep harassing you, and you keep paying.
Okay.
You keep paying and paying and paying. And one day you get nothing.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Again, as elaborate as that sounds, as funny as that sounds, it happens.
Actually, that is the simplest, most easy way,
True.
because you think that, okay, it's something that I want to get out for somebody that, you know, is sending me something nice. So therefore, I'm trying. And therefore, you get sucked
Nothing.
into it.
And the authorities sometimes tell you, you know what, there's $50,000 USD in this box. Do you want it or not? But you need to just pay maybe
Yeah, we
5,000
hear of
ringgit.
that all the time.
Yeah.
But in the parcel scam, where can you check? Do you check with Post Malaysia? Do you check with the courier
have to.
service? What are the options
You
available
got to
to
find
people?
out if they are calling and they say courier name A, you got to call courier name A.
Okay.
And find out whether it's true or not.
Okay,
And
so if they
don't-
say that, you know, it's stuck at the customs, can they call the customs?
Of course.
Right?
Find out from the customs whether there's such parcel there. Obviously, they have records.
Okay.
So don't.
Get a tracking number of
Get a
what
tracking number
what the
as
parcel
well.
is.
True.
Because
Very
if
true.
they said there's a parcel, get the tracking number, check with customs. If all these items
Still
do
don't
not
work,
tally, call the police.
True.
Give them the number of that they have called you, because now they can track the person.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the parcel scam.
That's the parcel scam.
What else is going on?
What else is going on? We also have this. I mean, if users of Facebook know that they have all these ads on work from home.
Right?
Work from home.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, again, work from home. What they basically make you do is they give you this fantasy that you can just do data entry
Data
probably at
entry,
home,
yeah.
and every day you can earn a certain amount of money, a certain amount, few hundred ringgit.
Yes.
But when you really approach them and you register, they ask you for a fee to
Oh.
buy in.
Okay.
Once you buy in the fee, they ask you more and more, and you get hooked on it. And again,
Do
everything
they
goes
actually pay out anything
nothing.
to you? Okay.
Yeah. So that's what's happening as well.
So essentially, just to watch out, if someone's offering you a job, you should not have to pay them.
Yes. It doesn't make sense.
They should pay you.
True.
Right?
There's no such thing as giving a deposit to get a job.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
And number one, everyone should be clear that not everyone, every company can collect a deposit. You need to be registered under Bank Negara.
Right.
You have Section 137 in our Financial Services Act,
Right.
which clearly states that you need to be a licensed, registered financial services provider in order to accept deposits.
I see.
So if anyone asks you online for a certain amount of money to join something, check the Bank Negara list.
Can you ask for something from that person if they're asking you for a deposit? Say,
Of course.
is there a number that they should ask for?
They should have a license.
Okay.
They should have a license. If not, you yourself can check on Bank Negara website.
Okay.
Because the list is there.
So you can ask for the person's license. What would that be? A company registration number, or is it a
Company
license
registration
number?
is only a company registration. But
Right.
are you a registered financial services provider? That's another story.
Okay.
You got to be registered with Bank Negara in order to at least collect a deposit
Okay.
before you move further. Yeah.
All right. So if they're asking you for money, it's already a red
Yeah,
flag.
true.
It's already a sign that you should be aware of what could be going wrong. So don't fall trap into it. Do
Yeah.
some investigation immediately. I mean, sometimes check with your. Everybody can go on Google. So do some research. Have you heard of this before?
True.
Does it sound
Yes.
dodgy?
Yeah.
Have you heard of some friends and mentioning? You know, I mentioned in passing somebody. Do some research. It's all available
True.
online as well.
Yep.
Is there a website for people to go to see what are the potential things? I mean,
These
is
are
there a
all,
website for the current frauds that are going
Mostly,
on?
okay.
Does the NGO provide this for the Malaysian
We
Association?
don't have it now, but what I am trying to do personally with my company, what we're trying to do is we're trying to start up a YouTube channel
Okay.
where we go through the whole week's reports on fraud, on scams,
Right.
and we'll report you on a fortnightly basis.
Right.
Every 2 weeks, we'll come up with a video explaining to you what's been going on in the country
Right.
and what are the new elaborate schemes that are coming up,
Right.
and where people who get duped or either people can find out more information. Those who get duped can which numbers they can call, where
Yeah.
they can go to, and more information on those who doesn't know much about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go on to that. If you have already fallen prey, what can you do next? Is there anything you can do next, or are you a sitting duck?
You should. The first thing you do is go to the police.
Okay.
Go to the police, make a report.
Right.
And it's always good to share.
Okay.
I know people feel a bit reluctant to share something when they get duped and things like that. But it's good to share with your family, share with your friends, because so you don't want the others to fall prey as well.
Right.
So always have talks in your affinity meetings, maybe your mosque, temples, and also put it on Facebook if something happens. What happened? What were the red flags that you didn't realize, right?
Yeah.
And how to go about it. So things that should be shared among everyone. It's only through awareness can this thing stop.
Okay.
Okay. Without awareness, people will still carry on getting duped with a few things. I mean, I like to just highlight a few red flags normally when you see any kind of scam. First thing, they tell you, get it on it now or you lose the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh,
That's the first thing they tell you.
Opportunity of a lifetime, not true.
Yes. Second one, they'll tell you upfront fee.
Right.
There's no such thing as paying an upfront fee.
If anybody is asking you to give them any money, it's a sign that you should be, very much aware of, that you should be backing off, and it's like a red flag that no.
And then, of course, the final one, we keep saying it. If it's too good to be true, it is.
Yes, we constantly say that, but people always feel that they're the lucky ones.
Yeah, I understand.
Right? They think that they might just be that lucky one that got this amazing opportunity and no one else did, because, the fraudsters are really charming. The fraudsters are really good at this. Otherwise, they would not be getting away with this, right?
And sometimes they add it with new testimonials from people that you never met before.
Yes.
So you will believe that, 5 people have got this amount of money, so why not I try?
Yes.
So they keep duping you, baiting you in, baiting you.
The believability of testimonies. Now, I wanted what I meant when I asked, is there, what's next? Yes, you report to the police. Is there a way to recover? Has there been any cases of recoverable based on these scams?
I would say the rate of recovery is very low, so just don't get into it.
Okay.
I mean, you can report, it will help the police bring the syndicate down,
right?
But recovery is always... It's obvious the money is already somewhere else.
Okay.
There's money laundering, there's things like that being done. So it's always hard when it comes to recovery, but spread the awareness and get the authorities to know when things happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially, don't fall prey to this, because recovery is almost impossible.
Yes.
But help those who have not
been duped
yet,
yes.
in order for them to be able to stay away from this. So if you have any advice, before we close, to the viewers out there.
Any advice? I mean, basically, we see things like the newest thing is cryptocurrency, right?
Right.
When you talk about Bitcoin and things like that.
So cryptocurrency,
yes.
I'm sure that's sort of like everybody's trying to jump on that bandwagon.
True. Because we have seen a tremendous increase in value of cryptocurrency in the space of 1 year. So, I mean, people would... It's open to fraudulent suggestibility of what can be done. And you even might believe certain traders when they are not actually traders.
Right.
So look out for things like that and be aware of those registered traders, those people that you actually buy it from and you can trade with. Don't just believe every ad you see on Facebook that tells you, pay a certain small fee, and what happens is you get a few coins later on being mined and things like that. You'll have a lot of advertisements when things are still blurry, when people still don't understand much about this whole investment.
So what should they be looking out for when we're talking about cryptocurrency? Because nobody sort of knows. Like when I first heard about all this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or whatever coins that are out there, I'm like, what is this? First. Then secondly, really? It makes money?
Yeah.
How? And then people said, oh my God, it's like past 17,000 US dollars or past 20,000 US dollars for a Bitcoin right now. Missed the boat. So then everybody sort of like, maybe I still can get in.
True.
So what are the things to...
Again, you see, Bitcoin, like any other cryptocurrency, it's a way of doing business without having your middleman or without having the financial institutions involved.
Correct.
But you are exposed to a tremendous amount of risk, which is your risk of volatility of the value, risk of unregulated space, risk, I mean, many other aspects which you need to take into account before you put your money into it.
Right.
My advice would be that if you're willing to put the money into it, you have to be willing to lose as well.
Lose that,
because it's still new. Okay? It can go up and it can also fall in one day.
Yeah.
So those who are withdrawing their EPF, those who are having their savings being put into things like that, be aware.
Right.
Okay? Don't make things complicated for your own self.
Right, okay. So invest in surefire things, bonds, investments, and whatnot that you can actually see, as opposed to, trying to hit it big, get rich quick schemes.
Yes.
As you mentioned earlier, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Thank you very much for your time, Raymond Ram. I hope that we've given all the viewers out there some education in order for you to be able to stay protected and be aware of all the potential pitfalls that you may fall into. And that's all the time that we have. Bye for now.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.